Theaters are completely ruined. Now, I wouldn't say they're ruined, but the vibe of going back to the movie theaters aren't like they usually were. But also, I kind of think that's just us growing up.
Time
So I
not
kinda
too
wanna
long
watch
ago
this.
where going to the movies was one of the better things you could do with your night. You could just get your overpriced popcorn, find your
I'm
seat,
not gonna
and
lie,
for 2 hours you're
popcorn
just
is
gone. And
so
you're completely
overrated,
locked
bro.
in. Whatever
Am I
was
the only
stressing you
one
out,
that doesn't like popcorn? Especially like when you get the little kernels in your teeth and get off here, it doesn't even taste that good unless you load it down with freaking butter. I don't understand why everybody likes popcorn. Type of me in the comments if you like popcorn. Did you comment?
before you walk through those doors doesn't exist anymore. The movie is the only thing that exists. That was the whole thing. Even during the Great Depression, the movie industry was soaring. Now, somewhere along the way, I don't know exactly when, I don't know exactly who started it, but the deal got violated. Because going to the movies now is not a peaceful experience. It's kind of an endurance test, and you're paying at minimum $15 to $20 to sit in a dark room with of people who have collectively decided their individual experience
it's like
matters more
45,
than everybody
something like
else's combined, and you just have to sit there. So today we're breaking down the worst things about movie theaters right now. Let's go. And there's no better way to start off than
The
with
worst thing about movie theaters: pricing, the people in the movie theaters being on their phones, and kids in the movie theaters. Please, if you ever have a kid or have a kid, do not take them to the movies until they're at least like 6, probably. At
the
least.
TikTok attention span couple. These two are dangerous specifically because of where they sit. Like, they always, and I need you to understand that I mean always, end up directly in front of you. Like, this shit is not a coincidence. I think the universe does this deliberately as some kind of test. The movie's been going on for maybe 12 minutes. Things are just starting to develop. There's a tense
And they get on their
scene,
phones.
The theater is dark, and then suddenly, in your direct sight line, a phone screen
Yep.
erupts. The brightness.
I
has to be on
hate this
maximum
so
every
much,
time,
bro.
And, like, their
And the
signal is
problem is, I hate to say it, my dad's one of those people. Oh, I know. I know it is. It's terrible. I can't stand it, bro. And it's literally like 2 seats beside me too. I'm just looking up and all I see is a flashbang.
fucking aircraft. The glow from that screen is filling your peripheral vision and actively pulling you out of the film you paid to see. This is 10 times worse than the CSGO flashbang. Put Trainwreck's TV getting flashbanged on the screen. This is you in the theater. Never, and I mean never, is their phone out for any good reason. There's no emergency ever. They're just scrolling. It's just standard feed activity. Like someone's watching a TikTok with the sound.
Now, I will say, when my dad does get out his phone, it's usually because something of work. He's not just like scrolling on Facebook like some people do.
Barely
Apparently.
muted, and you can hear the faint audio bleeding through. I don't know what it is, but people in the modern world feel like they always have to be checking something. Real life has turned into a Five Nights at Freddy's game where you're checking the cameras, except the cameras are
That's
the
a
different
good-
apps on your phone telling you to check them. We've also
That's a good comparison.
very much scrutinized Karens as a society, but Karens are the reason that people are afraid to do shit like this. Like, people don't bring out their bright-ass phones during a movie because they're afraid of some Karen telling them to put it away. So, for all intents and purposes, maybe you have to be the Karen for the day. Now, I've seen people be asked to put their phone away, and they'll do it, but like for 90 seconds. They physically cannot be away from their phone for the length of a feature film. Like, they've made the decision to come to a movie theater anyway. And that part gets me. Like, they knew this about themselves, and they still bought the tickets, sat down, and committed to the situation. Like, if you know you're a phone addict, or that you just have to scroll or like respond to a notification the moment you get it,
Then
don't
go to the
theaters.
movies.
At some
I love this creator, bro. He's such like on top of it. Like, he knows what he's talking about. This is exactly how I feel.
during
Exactly
a
to the
quiet,
T.
pivotal moment in whatever movie you're watching, you'll catch yourself staring at their screen instead of the actual movie screen,
I've
and
never
you'll
done
realize
that.
you have no idea what's been happening in the film.
I
for, like, the
literally
last 10
just usually
minutes.
do like this and block their screen with my hand. Try to, at least.
And then you realize the collateral damage this person has done. It's quite brutal. Moving on, we've got the snack concealment family. Now, I gotta be honest with you.
Oh
This
yes,
is like a rare.
I forgot about this, bro. When people like are crumbling freaking paper in the middle of the movie, like the Snickers bar paper, and open their bunch of crunch, it gets on my nerves so bad, bro. Or like the ice in the cups. Type of me in the comments if you know what I'm talking about, bro.
Moment of moral complexity in this video, because I cannot fully be mad at the snack concealment family, because Walmart popcorn is $2 and the movie theater is charging $15 for the same volume of popcorn in a bucket with a cartoon on it. So this family just looked at that math and said absolutely not. But I will say, it doesn't stop stop like at a bag of M&Ms. Like you do have people bringing in full Chipotle bags stuffed into backpacks, candy bars.
I really don't care as long as it's quiet. I don't care what
distributed
people
across
bring in there.
jacket pockets.
As
a
long as it's
2
not
liter
like, as long as it's actually food.
tote bag wrapped in a hoodie for insulation. Someone in this family like rehearsed the walk-in. They did not make eye contact at the concession stand, went straight into the theater door and did not slow down. The employee scanning tickets could see the outline of something suspicious in that bag. Like they know, they always know. But the calculations on their end is that the confrontation is not worth the $12 an hour that they're getting paid, so the snack concealment family gets through almost every time. They're sitting 2 rows behind you now eating fucking Wendy's. Like you can smell it. Like you're kind of jealous, but you know, you spending $9.50 on a popcorn and when they have a full combo meal, I mean, it is what it is. All right, moving on, we've got the seat kicker. Now, if you've ever been on an airplane,
Okay, I've never experienced a seat kicker, but I think usually I'm just like kind of calm in the movie theaters. If somebody pulls out their phone, I'm not gonna do a confrontation. If a grown man or a woman is kicking my seat in the middle of a movie theater, I'm gonna get up and say something. Like,
you know these people
wow.
exist, but there's
You're a
something
grown
that happens
person.
to your brain when you feel the first kick coming from behind you. First, it registers as an accident. Like, of course it's an accident. Nobody would just intentionally kick a seat, so
Unless
you let
it's
it
a
go.
kid,
Then
I
it
guess.
happens again. Still probably an accident. They were a kid, they're fidgety, they don't realize. Then it happens again and again. And now you're 3 kicks deep, and you're trying to work up the courage to turn around and say something. The seat kicker is almost always a kid, and that kid is almost always attached to a parent who has entered a disassociation state. It's impossible for their kid to do anything wrong. Like if you say that they did something wrong to the parent will look at the child, say their name once in like a warning tone, like Connor. And this usually carries 0
Connor.
weight. And then they'll return to their own checked out state. The child will pause for 90 seconds. The kicking will resume. Moving on, we've got the late arrivers. 15 minutes of trailers. 15 full minutes of movie trailers. And then you also have 15 minutes of random ass ads before the trailers where they show you the movie.
now, low key, I've been thinking, because like I said, they put a crazy amount of trailers in the beginning of movie theaters now, and I feel like it's got longer over time. I swear it's like 20 minutes before the movie starts now. But I've been low key thinking about timing it like 10 minutes after the movie is supposed to start, so I have to skip majority of the trailers.
Own
But then it's so
branded
dark and you
content.
can't
30
find your
minutes of
seat,
buffer
bro.
time built in specifically so that if you're running a little behind, you can still catch the actual film. It should be physically impossible to be late for a modern movie, and yet this movie has been going on for 20 minutes. Real plot is happening. Characters are being developed, and from the back of the theater, you hear a door swing open, and a group of 5 people start making their way down your row using their phone flashlights, which they are holding roughly at eye level, which means you are getting immediately blinded during the most tense scene so far. They have not found their seats yet, they're checking their tickets, they're second guessing the row, and by the time they finally sit down, the moment is completely gone. Like whatever the movie was building up to has been dismantled by this group of complete hooligans. Also, these people will have full volume conversations about what they missed, trying to play guessing games with each other as to what possibly happened.
Oh yeah, I had one. I don't remember what movie we were gonna see, bro. But they were like I'm pretty sure it was an Avenger movie. I think it was the Captain America Brave New World one. And people were sitting behind me like explaining the whole movie, bro. Well, not the whole movie, but like the first half they were explaining like who's this, who's that, what they're doing. I'm like,
they were
bro,
late. Either get to the movie
I
on
understand it. Marvel's hard to keep up with, but Jesus Christ, could you do this before?
time or
Like,
just
watch a
take
recap
the
video
loss
or
and watch
something
it at
before you come
home.
in.
Moving right along, we've got the clappers. Look, I understand it. Like emotionally, I understand it. You've been invested in a franchise for years, like a character does something.
I actually
incredible.
don't mind the clappers. The clappers make it legit, as long as they're not clapping the whole entire time. It makes it more hype.
Well, it's a genuine cinematic.
I feel like I enjoy more things if I feel the other people's enjoyment around me. If that makes
moment
sense.
and your body just responds. Like I get it, but bro, the clapping, like the standing ovation, the cheering at the screen like the actors are there, they're not there. Like Robert Downey Jr. cannot hear you. The version of the story that you're watching was locked and exported and shipped to this theater weeks ago. Whatever you do in this seat is not going to reach them. You're applauding a projector screen.
Those Infinity War and Endgame reactions, go hard.
Clappers
there.
do not do this once, like they'll do it throughout the movie. Like every heroic moment, or every time they do like a reference to an earlier movie, or like when Deadpool winks at the camera, they start clapping. Do not get me started on the post-credit screen after. The person next to you is literally trembling. The funniest version of this is when you're watching a movie and the clappers start clapping and like not everyone in the theater joins in, so it's just like 6 people clapping in a room of 200 and it just fades out awkwardly after about 4 seconds. You'd think the silence would be a cue to the clappers that maybe they're a little out of place, but they're completely unbothered and planning on doing it again. I think movie theaters have to understand that with all the options out there for consuming media, they have to step up their game a bit and compete better. Because the reality is, most people would prefer to lay in bed or on their couch and watch something on Netflix than actually go to the theater, have to risk some idiot on their phone the whole time, and be out $30 the moment they get thirsty or hungry. Now, even though these issues are prevalent, if the movies themselves that we're dropping were insanely good and only available in theaters, then people would go. But I feel like shit just hasn't been that good in the past few years. Like, yeah, Oppenheimer.
I don't know. The movies this year have been legit. Like, I usually go to the movies like maybe 2 or 3 times a year, but I think I've been like 7 or 8 times at least. Wait, let me look at my letterbox, because I am one of those people that do have a letterbox. Yes. And it's Ivan, Ivan Goo, Goo, if you want to look at it. I've been to the movies. Let's see. I went to see Project Hail Mary, Obsession, Supergirl, Toy Story 5, Michael. I'm going to see The Odyssey tomorrow, and I'm definitely going to see Spider-Man. So that's at least 7 right there. And then Doomsday as well. So at least 8 times.
Timer was in
this year.
2022. That movie
Maybe
was
more.
okay. I'm sure there's like one good movie a year that I go and see, but I gotta say, there should be bangers every week, and there just isn't. I like movies, and I like having an excuse to leave my house, like the theaters, but Hollywood needs to step it up. Like that movie Obsession was made by a YouTuber, and it cleared like $100 million, yielding a 100x return on the budget. Like that's insane.
I
You're
thought they were
telling me
about
that
to
these
talk bad about
massive
Obsession, I was
studios
about to
can't
say.
do the same thing? Like I just find that hard to believe. Anyway, let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. If there's any movies you guys would recommend that I watch from literally any time ever, I'll check them out if I haven't seen them already. Follow me over on Spotify and subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys all later. Goodbye.